Ben, and I'm going to talk about pest control for your plants in your garden. So what I like to use is neem oil. It's not harmful to the plants, it's not harmful to humans or animals or bees. It's only harmful to the insects and other pests who eat the foliage of your plants. And so it's a perfect pest repellent and pesticide and pest control measure to use in your garden. So this is the brand that we usually get because I think it's really the only one you can find in the US. If you're not in the US, you can probably find other brands, but this is very effective, so we have no reason to really try to get something from elsewhere. So the instructions say to mix 1.5 teaspoons of this per quart of water, and this is about a quart or a liter. It's not, I don't remember which one, but oh, it says a quart, so yeah. So I'm just going to do, this is a half teaspoon, so I'm doing 3. Overflow it just a little bit. It doesn't matter if you're 100% precise as long as you're more or less accurate. That's all the neem oil you need to put in there. This is just a regular spray bottle, empty kind for chemicals you get at the grocery store to mix your own solutions of bleach or ammonia or whatever, but we find it really useful for gardening too. It says just use 1/2 teaspoon of Protect or mild liquid dish soap. So we don't have horticultural soap right now, but it doesn't matter. This dish soap doesn't cause any problems. It's just palm olive pure and clear, but you can get any like pure and clear dish soap. It doesn't matter what brand it is. If it's pure and clear, it means it doesn't have any dyes or scents in it. And so yeah, just a 1/2 teaspoon of that in a quart. Now a quart of this is plenty for quite a few plants. And now what you gotta do is add kind of warm water. Not hot water, but just kind of warm water. So I got some water that I'm grabbing off the stove here. I turned it to maximum about right before we started filming this. So it's kind of warm, you know, maybe a little bit warm, but it's not hot. Doesn't hurt to touch it. I'm gonna pour it in here until I reach the mark. And the reason why you want the water to be warm is it just helps it mix in better. Helps the oil and the soap make a better solution. As you can see, you're getting a little bit of foam in here. It's not a big deal. The foam doesn't cause any problems. It's going to overflow a little bit with the foam. It always does. But it's not hard to clean up after that. Put very slightly more water than I wanted, but it's not a big deal. Just makes it a little bit annoying to put the lid on. Give it a good shake. Make sure it's nice and mixed. Since this is a little bit overfilled, I gotta shake it a little more vigorously. But that looks pretty mixed to me. Doesn't take much. The soap and the oil, they mix well. And that's how you mix the neem oil. And now that we've mixed our neem oil, we're going to treat our plants with it. Just all these outdoor container plants on this patio, we're going to spray them down with it. Neem oil is best when used as a preventative measure for pests because it doesn't get rid of them that quickly. The way it gets rid of them is by preventing them from reproducing. And so it takes a few weeks for you to see the real difference if they already have pests. That can make a lot of difference for the health of your plants. Now some of our plants, they've had a few bites from something that likes to eat the leaves. I see a lot of ladybugs around. They help. They eat the leaf, the sap-sucking insects and the leaf-eating insects. But, you know, they're not enough. So you need to supplement that a little bit. And so yeah, we're just going to go around and I'll show you. You just kind of mist all your plants with it if you have a sprayer like this. Make sure you thoroughly cover everything. It's best to do this around when the sun is going to go down, because if it sits on the leaves in the sun, it can refract the light, or it can magnify the light and cause sunburns on your plant's foliage, which your plant will not appreciate. These little basil seedlings, they're a little young, but neem oil doesn't ever hurt any plants that I've sprayed it on, so I think it's okay. This is the Madagascar palm. We treated it with this before. It knows the drill. These ghost chilies, they're great big plants, but I have seen things eating the leaves. You just kind of try to get every leaf as thoroughly as you can. For the plant this big, I'm even going to probably spray the undersides of some of the canopies to make sure it's harder for anything to eat them. Everything here, I'm just going to go over it as thoroughly as I can. These are all chili peppers, everything you see here. These are green onions. You've seen them in their video about green onions. Some chives. Probably not necessary for the alliums, the onions or the chives or any garlic. They have natural pest-resistant features. Even this plant that's in bloom already is going to benefit from this. I've never given it to a plant that seemed upset about it later. So, as you can see this leaf here, if you want to get up close to it, you can see something's been chewing on it, something's been eating it. You see the holes in it, you see where it's been gnawed at with the brown edges too. That's a bad sign. And pepper plants, they're very resilient, but you still don't want anything to be gnawing on the leaves like that. It stresses your plants, generally creates a vector for pathogens to infect it, making your plant weaker, shortening its life, and making it give you less fruit. This is our key lime tree. We really need to put it in the ground soon. Well, citrus trees, they don't really mind. They're pretty good about resisting pests, but this doesn't hurt them, so I'm just going to do it. Never hurts to be cautious, right? Here's our money tree, just a little house plant. We took it outside for the season because it likes a lot of direct sunlight. This guy right here with the big, nice 5-leaf pattern there. These are some old cilantro that we're letting bolt to seed. They got some seeds here. We'll take them. We're just going to grow some more cilantro with it. I don't think we're going to use these ones to eat. Going to go over some more peppers here. Lots of chili pepper plants. Ornamental chilies, orange Thai, full moon chilies are what this one is called, and this other one here. I haven't seen anything trying to eat these, but I don't want anything to start. This is a Thai red Vesuvius pepper. It's got lots of little fruits on it too, so if anything tries to eat the fruits now, it's going to be a little bit deterred. Here's one of our succulents, a nice big agave. We saw some aloes earlier, but this one is down on the ground. It's a little bit tougher. It's a little bit more suited to the environment here in northern Florida. Here are our desert roses. One of them has already got its foliage back from the winter. The other one just decided to go dormant, so it'll be a little bit. Here we have some lion's tails. I've never seen them have trouble with pests, but I'm not about to start seeing them have trouble with pests. Interesting little plants if you want to read about them sometime. I'll probably do a video about them in the future. Some more ghost peppers. These ghost peppers, we have a lot of these plants. Well, 3 of them, but they're very big, so it means you get a lot. We're about to have a lot more, though. We have some seeds to start. They're our favorite chilies. At least for now. the plants, I definitely can't recommend these plants enough. The red ghost chili pepper, one of the best plants I've ever had. It's a bell pepper. It's a few years old now. As you can see, it's flowering, blooming. There's lots of little flower buds on it. I don't know if you can really see it from there. This is a poblano plant. You just treat everything that you don't think it's going to hurt. I've never heard of neem oil hurting anyone's plant if they dilute it properly and they make the mixture the right way with the soap and the water. I've read people make online reviews saying that neem oil killed their plants, but it always turns out they didn't dilute it, or if they did it incorrectly. So just make sure you follow the instructions on the bottle. Hello. Oh, this is the neighbor's cat, sweet little Calico. She always comes to visit us when we're outside. So I always say hello. We have a few more plants to treat. They're not over here, they're over in the greenhouse. If you want to just come along, check them out. Step in here. As you can see, we have some cacti and a couple of non-cactus succulents mixed in, but not very many. I'm very partial to cacti. We have a Chinese banyan tree. It's a little ficus. It was sold to us as a bonsai, but we're going to let it get a little bit bigger. Here we have some tomato seedlings. Obviously, these need to be protected from pests because they're delicious. Down here we have some pepper seedlings. A lot of them didn't make it. I was doing an experiment trying to start some of them at the wrong time. But the ones that made it, they're going to do just fine. So I'm just going to treat everything in here with some neem oil. These little cacti I grew from seed. So, I'm a little bit attached to them. I want to make sure that nothing eats them. And then some of these other cacti I did not grow from seed, but, I don't want them to suffer. Shake your bottle every once in a while. It doesn't stay mixed for that long, but you should use it all when you mix it. You should not try to store a mixed neem oil solution. It doesn't keep the active compounds in the neem oil degrade very quickly once they're mixed with water. And I'm sure the soap doesn't help keep it preserved. So if you just spray it on your plants right away, it'll dry a little bit, and they actually absorb it into their foliage, and it helps them resist pests, And during the seasons when bugs are active, you really want to do this probably weekly, just every week on the same day. And if you do that, especially if you start doing that before you have any pests, you're not going to see a lot of really bad pest problems. At least not with things that eat the foliage or the sap of your plants. Just get all these seedlings here. Make sure it's okay if I moisten the soil a little with this stuff too. They never minded in the soil. They seem to like it pretty well, actually. I always see plants perk up visibly the very next day after treating them with this stuff. And now I just have a little bit left in the bottle, so I'm just spraying it on everything. Because I've sprayed everything thoroughly now. So I just don't want to waste it. So I put just a bunch more of it on all the plants. It won't hurt.